Mr. Investor, welcome back to the channel, baby. Today we shall talk about two stocks. We're going to be talking about nano dimension and Bionano genomics. Before we begin, my name is Miguel and I look for the biggest, juiciest growth stocks you ever seen, baby. Always remember, this is not financial advice, this is for entertainment only. And if you want 2 free stocks from Webull, look in my description box below, open an account and put $100 in that account and you can get up to $1,850 worth of free stocks.
Yeah, cowboy.
John, put your pants back on. Where's your pants? So let us start with Nano Dimension. 2 updates, 2 press releases, and 2 new staff members in just 2 days. First of all, we have a new president. His name is Zivi Nadivi. This man is famous in the land for miraculously landing a plane with a wing missing. Yes, he is an Israeli Air Force pilot. It was busted and he didn't even know it. He just thought there's a little bit of turbulence. What a man. So why is this man good for the job? He's good for the job because he managed to grow a company from 1990 to 2005 from $8 million all the way to $330 million over 5-year periods, and that included 9 acquisitions. So he made the right moves, strategic mastermind. This guy was also the chief operating officer of Luminous Limited, and he was responsible for 1,000 employees over 5 continents. That is a strict boss. So I like this guy's comments. Mr. Nadivi said that he's been looking at nano dimensions over the last few months, and he said he's been analyzing it closely. He was also looking at competitors, and he said nano dimension has a unique opportunity to change the way the entire industries create and produce high performance electric parts. He was also impressed by nano dimension's customer base, and he knew that we're getting some of that Department of Defense money. So after taking a company from $8 million to $330 million in a 5-year period, he's looking forward to actually using his experience in sales to drive sales of the Dragonfly to a global network. Yoav Stern, CEO of Nano Dimension, said that this is the right man for the job and he's joining at the perfect time while we have 1.5 billion cash in the closet. Next, let's talk about the new Chief Product Officer and Head of Strategic Mergers and Acquisitions, Hanan Gino. He is the CEO of the people, the business and the technology. On LinkedIn, on his about page, you can see that he has stated that he has managed successfully 3 different business units from $30 million to $265 million in annual revenue in Orbitech. And this is nuts. He actually spent 23 years at this one company. Mr. Gino was president of the PCB division, and this man managed to grow the revenue to $250 million annually. Actually, he said 265, baby, get it right. This guy was also responsible in his last position at VRNT, a global security intelligence business. Verint Systems, he was a president there as well. He was responsible for over 1,000 employees, 1,200, and he grew the revenue there as well, doubled it up, baby, 200 mil to 400 mil annually. So what we're seeing here is Yoav building a team of highly successful people who know the industry really well and have experience in the industry and actually growing companies into beasts. One of the key words he was saying here is he's very excited to join Nano Dimension. The technology that they have has the power to revolutionize the global electronics industry while addressing multi-billion-dollar markets in industries he knows well. So he was naming all of them: communications, aerospace, aviation, medical, automotive, and defense. And this guy was saying that the growth strategy involves lots of in-house development of new products, probably making the Dragonfly Super Elite Extra Nano Bionics 3000. Finishing up, he said, I expect this to be the pinnacle of my career. So we need to remember who Yoav Stern also brought to the board just a few months ago. Do you remember this guy, Dr. Eli David? This guy is the co-founder of DeepCube, the co-founder of Deep Instinct. He is a researcher and a lecturer in deep learning and evolutionary computation. He builds algorithms out. And if we check out this DeepCube, his most recent project, it says, welcome to the future of deep learning. Deploy your artificial intelligence on any device with the first deep learning software accelerator. Just to cover over again what deep learning is. Deep learning is an artificial intelligence function that imitates the workings of a human brain in processing data and creating patterns for use in decision making, also known as deep neural learning or deep neural network. Yoav wants all of these machines to be printing all day every day, running on a neural network, so he wants the Dragonfly to be optimized, and he is trying to fulfill what he has said about Nano Dimension in building out 100,000 machines by building a strong team of people in which he can fulfill his goals. Moving on to Bionano genomics. Mr. Brennan, messenger of Moistville over on Twitter and StockTwits, he shared this new Bionano patent. We popped the link open and we could see another cowboy, Cisco Trader. These guys always come out with the greatest information quick and fast. They're always clued up. So this guy shared new patent granted for Bionano genomics, integrated analysis devices and related fabrication methods and analysis techniques. He shared a little bit of that abstract as well. It says provided are integrated analysis devices having features of macro scale and nanoscale dimensions, and devices that have reduced background signals and that reduce quenching of fluorophores disposed within the devices. Related methods of manufacturing these devices and of using these devices are also provided. Listen, when I popped open that document, there was a whole load of terminology, baby. But Cisco Trader also shared this link, and he was basically showing that this is not something new. This is kind of like an old patent that we were working on. We've probably been improving something with our system, but we can see here the organization Bionano Genomics wasn't even genomics yet. It was Bionano Matrix when they first issued this. And the funding was actually provided by the National Human Genome Research Institute. It shows here on this link, it shows January 2011 the award was given for $287,634. And now this recent patent, according to the other link, was filed on the 1st of May 2020, and we've just received it on the 8th of April 2021. So there's a lot of terminology in here. I think the best way for me to do this is to speak to someone who works within genomics and see if they can make sense of what this all means, baby. And to be honest, most people would be guessing anyway, because the master of the nano nozzle never reveals his secrets. Even when I ask Bionano Genomics employees, everybody's got Johnny tight lips. Nobody's gonna say nothing because they want to have that competitive advantage. Every patent is top secret until they're ready to be revealed. And when I'm telling you, this sales team is always on it. Just take a look at this. This is a genomics facility here. This is actually the Institute of Cancer Research in London, making discoveries that defeat cancer. We're the UK's top academic research centre, a postgrad college and a charity. And who do we see down here? Joseph Butler saying plenty of room for a Bionano Genomics Sapphire instrument in there. Like, winky face, thumbs up. Ooh, the hustle doesn't stop until we reach 10,000 Sapphire machines worldwide and we're cash flowing. And even then, we want more. Next, I'd like to say thank you to all my cowboys from around the world. I thank you to my London cowboys, my American cowboys, my Mexican cowboys, my Norwegian cowboys. Wherever you are, we got into both of these events, and I'm going to be live streaming one of them because the other one is just a poster presentation. So I don't know if it's going to be that useful, but I do know this one is going to be pretty juicy. This one's going to be on the 14th of April. This is when Dr. Darren Finley will be featured at our Spotlight Theatre Wednesday, April 14th, 1 to 2 p.m. Eastern Time. So Dr. Darren Finley is going to be talking about optical genome mapping, uncovering novel structural variants associated with drug sensitivity in leukemias. This guy is from the Sanford Burnham Pre-Bias Medical Discovery Institute. I'm looking forward to that one. Now, I was just having a little gander. I was looking at all the staff of Bionano Genomics on LinkedIn, just taking a little looky, seeing what they do, what they specialize in. Also, thank you very much to everybody that shot donations my way. Somebody asked me, do we have sapphires in Mexico? So I searched up this on the site. I thought I found some secret archive here, the Mexican archives, but what I found was a string of links. And now I thought, oh my gosh, are these like sales all over the place? But when you click into them, you start to realize when I actually put the names in and Bionano Genomics, they were actually just a list of all of our distributors. But what's really interesting to notice as well was there are actually studies worldwide. So when I typed in optical genome mapping in Mexico, found out that there's a mixture of agrigenomics and discovery. They were actually mapping out the Mexican giant musk turtle in Mexico.
Oh, snappy.
That turtle is screaming. I've come to realize that we're in every continent in the world. We are trying to shift this machine, sell it to the people, let them do their research. We're over in Taiwan. And then things started to click together in my head. I thought, you know what? When Joanne Kotze, head of genetics, the National Board Examiner for Cytogenetics in South Africa, when she said, my goal is to formally register our Sapphire-based laboratory as a training laboratory for the field of cytogenomics and write OGM into the South African cytogenetic guidelines. When she said she wants to put it into the guidelines, this is massive news. Absolutely massive. With all the places that we're currently distributing our Sapphire, Taiwan, Italy, Korea, what if we get written into the guidelines all across the world? Not just in the UK for prenatal care, not just in the US, but all across the world, they write into the guidelines that in order to get the best patient outcomes, you need to use, sequencing, but you also need to use optical genome mapping. This could be life-changing. It could literally force the industry into utilizing our machines. So long as the price is right and so long as the effectivity and efficiency is there. So lastly, I'm going to show you this policy that came out, this policy paper. This is from the British government itself. Build Back Better, our plan for growth. So this was released just last month in March 2021. And in terms of genomics, they're saying this. So they were speaking about life sciences across the union, stating that the UK is up there as one of the best places in the world for life sciences. And over many decades, the UK has established clusters of the most advanced scientific research facilities anywhere in the world. So they're talking about our top class universities like Oxford, Cambridge, Edinburgh, who we've made a sell to. And then they spoke about the roadmap for the UK to take the lead on cutting edge emerging industries such as genomics. They spoke about in England how many people it employs, 224,000 people with a turnover of around 73.5 billion. Yet again, we can see here in life sciences, we will build on our performance and leadership to date to create the most advanced genomic healthcare system in the world. They're going to build genomics into our system. So I know it feels like Bionano Genomics every time we're getting great news coming out, great PR releases, and still the stock is falling. But I believe long term in the stock. I believe that as we sell more Sapphire systems, we'll get more consumable income coming in, more free cash flow. And if we manage to write optical genome mapping into the guidelines and we are a global dominant leader in optical genome mapping, what does that spell out for us, baby? So people are saying the only thing that's going to move the stock price at the moment is going to be news of sales and revenue. But what they're doing is they're playing the long game. They want to take the whole market. If you're able to embed optical genome mapping and actually get prenatal screening up and running, imagine the guidelines say that every newborn will be prenatal screened for different types of diseases. So you're talking about sequencing, you're talking about both long reads, short reads, and optical genome mapping to provide the best patient care. And we move into this model of becoming a more preventative healthcare system around the world, ultimately saving lives, curing disease, and in return making money. Now remember, none of this is financial advice. Thank you so much for watching, and leave me some comments below. Tell me what you think the next catalysts are going to be for Bionano Genomics. And I can't say more than enough that we need to hammer these sales. We need to get these sales down. We need to get distributed, get the machine out there, because as soon as we get the machine out there, we're going to get that cash flow coming in, and then we have freedom to choose what we do next. In the meantime, we're working on higher throughput. We're working on a nano nozzle for sequencing, and in 5 years time, come back to me and tell me if I'm right, tell me if I'm wrong, baby. If you're able to support the channel, please hit the join button up here. It's only 99 cents a month and you can choose any tier. But if you're unable to join channel memberships, just you hitting like and clicking subscribe on this video means the world to me. Thank you so much for always supporting my videos, and I'll see you next time. Mr. Investor Lord, over and out, baby.